What's up, guys? It's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Buildit video, and today we're going to be doing the Missy's Building Guide walkthrough part 3. So yesterday I had forgot my walkthrough phone, which really sucked because I was supposed to give you guys part 3 yesterday, so I'm a day behind. I apologize, which honestly it's all for the best because I had some other stuff I had to do on the channel. We were able to get that design stream at least going, which I will finish up with you guys today and then show you guys what I have going on with that. But for now, let's go ahead and get at least an episode of this done. So where we left off, we were level 8. So because it was nighttime and I was refilling the shops, I went ahead and did a couple of upgrades on some houses that were able to be upgraded, and it put us up to level 9. I didn't do anything other than that without you guys. But if you guys have the ability to upgrade your houses, take it. And then we are going to collect our shops here and see what we got going on. Like this one is complaining of traffic. So here is the first important step with traffic, okay? Right now, we cannot afford to be dropping a bunch of coins on road upgrades. Now, as I told you guys before, that you guys do need to get your road set up to never need upgraded again. You will need to watch that video. But for the time being, because we don't have any of our land unlocked yet, I'm not wanting to do that particular display because once it's there for a really long time until you want to deal with it again. And it can take like 2 weeks to get this shit set up. So I don't want to put it somewhere where I'm going to have to move it right away. So that being said, what typically happens is with this game, you can only have 3 of these roads red at any one time. So the idea here is that you would put down a small dash of road away from the people, put something like a park or a building on it that doesn't require a road, you know, connected to the main road. And it will eventually say that the traffic needs upgraded. But because it's far away from the people, or there's no people, you know, on that road, it's not going to affect your happiness. So without your happiness going down, it's just a notification. Once those 3 roads are red, that's it. They're red until they are dealt with, whether they're paid for or whether the road gets bulldozed or whether the building on that road gets picked up or moved. So as long as you don't touch anything on those 3 roads, you will be perfectly fine. Now, the 3rd road going red can take some time. So once you place your buildings on it, you need to be patient. But what people don't realize is they'll get like the first 2 dashes done. And then let's say that one of their main roads goes red before that dash. You need to take care of that road so that that dash can go red, right? So you need to make sure that you're checking on those roads to make sure that you don't have a different road red. Now, how do you deal with a road that's red that you don't want to be red but you don't want to upgrade? That's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. So right now, they're bitching at us for traffic, right? So if we pick up a house or a park or something along that stretch of road and we place it elsewhere, notice how the notification went away. Now let's say that notification didn't go away. That would mean that we needed to move a few more items to, you know, drop it below that threshold so that the traffic notification would disappear. Now we can put this back and it'll take a little bit of time. Eventually that traffic notification will return, but right now it's gone. Okay, so we don't need to deal with it. Another option for you is to bulldoze that road and repave it. Now, the reason that I don't typically do this method is because it's annoying as shit when your houses shift or buildings shift and you got to reposition everything. When it's so much easier just to move something and put it right back. Now, once your roads are set up with those 3 red dashes, you won't have to do any of that ever again, and you won't have to upgrade anything unless you want to upgrade it. So like on my capital map, you know, I'll upgrade the roads to whatever road upgrade I actually like the look of. There's one with trees that go down the middle. That's usually the one that I stop at. And then eventually, if I can ever get to a point with my capital map where I know that that road is permanent, then I may go up to Omega roads. But right now, I don't have enough Omega currency to really fund something like that. So I'm not really interested in that. Okay, now we're going to keep checking on all of our bubbles here. We're not going to sell our rares, though. Even no matter what the price is that they're offering you, do not sell your rares. That is super important, okay? They're way too hard to come by. They're way too valuable. And the coins, what you can do with the coins is not, in comparison, it's not valuable to you. The rares are more valuable to you than the coins are, is what I'm saying. Coins are way too easy to obtain than to sit around and waste, valuable items on that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and collect our daily stuff here. And then we're able to... Okay, so when we click on the house here, we hit our 35 homes placed down. So we're not actually going to be placing any more homes down until all of these are at a maximum upgrade. So we're just going to be working on upgrading these houses. Now, right now, we need a sewage plant, which we have 22,000. We're not going to buy this one for 4,000. Why? Because if you look closely, we need 28 or the capacity is for 28 and we need 34, which means we need 6. That one provides 7. So yeah, it would put us out of the red zone, but what's going to happen after we do a couple more upgrades? We're just going to end up having to buy it again, right? And we might as well just do it right the first time and get the most bang for our buck, so to speak. So we're going to go ahead and place down the one that we should be purchasing. Now, this isn't the best deal, and we may need these, so I'm actually going to click no. And we'll see what this one is. No. Okay. So, alright, we're going to be doing video ads. This is just annoying. You know, honestly, the video ads are, to me, are annoying as all hell. Unless you're doing, like, contest of mayors assignments. Then I could see how that would be awesome, you know, so you don't have to wait 5 hours for some stupid item to finish. Or 4 hours, or whatever it is. Okay. So, let's go ahead and fill up our shops here. We've got 47 cash. So let's go through our shops again. We've got 6 slots in the hardware or the building supply store. We've got 5 in the hardware, and we've got 6 in the barn. Now, here's the thing. With the barn is really going to be most beneficial to you once you unlock flour and donuts. Now, what is most beneficial to you at this current time is actually going to be this store, because this one is the one where you're going to be producing all of your nails, which are used for your upgrades, and nails being an extremely profitable item. Okay, they take 5 minutes for you right now, and they sell for 80 coins, and they only take 2 metal. So nails are definitely something that, if you're on the game anyways, you should be producing nails pretty much 24/7. Now, if you're somebody who has all 11 slots unlocked, then you would times that by the 5 minutes, and it would be every hour or so you would have to restock your building supply store. So if you're on the game every hour, there's no reason why you can't produce nails 24/7. They sell super fast. They are used in a lot of repairs, upgrades. I mean, they're used all the time. They're going to be used in your chair production. And they're just all around just a badass item to make. They're easy. The materials are easy to collect. And I truly don't know why more people don't make them, because of how profitable they really are. Even for high-level players, they're an extremely profitable item. I mean, if you can sit there on a gold token and shill out, I think it's like 180 of them fuckers on a gold token or something. I'd have to look at my production guide. But it's a nice penny to bring in. A nice chunk of change. Okay. So, let's see here. Now we've got this. Let's go ahead and collect that. Now our next one is 5,000 opinion bubbles. Okay. So we want to get our shops at least making something, so they're always doing something. Now, right now we've got 3 of those. We have no shovels, so we're going to go ahead and put down some shovels and hammers. Let's see what we need for residential. So right now, we are at 8,700 people. So we have unlocked the depot here, which means that we can sell items to the global market. Okay, so how this works is when you post an item for sale, that item is advertised out to the Global Trade Center, which is this building here, which we have not unlocked yet. Now, the algorithm of this particular thing here, this global, is set up kind of unique in a way. Like, a lot of people think that you see what's advertised and everybody sees the same thing, and it's not quite that simple, okay? It's a little bit more complex than that. So it's a supply and demand thing. So people think, well, all that's on the global market, all that's being posted is burgers. No, that's not how it works. What's happening is everything's being posted and advertised, but you're seeing a majority of what's left over that's not in high demand. So you have high demand items that get purchased almost instantly once they've been advertised. Once that person has traveled to that person's depot, they can now see whatever items that person has posted that they have unlocked. So just because you only have, let's say, planks advertised does not mean that the person traveling to your city can only see the planks. It means that they can see anything that you have posted. But like on my high-level city, there are things that I will do to help people out, like before I was helping people in my group. For instance, let's say that you wanted to sell rares to the global market, okay? Or let's say you wanted to sell low-level items, but you wanted to help out high-level players. How could you ensure that high-level players are the ones getting your low-level items? Well, you can ensure that because you can advertise a high-level item, but have low-level items for sale in your depot. So let's say I fill my depot with nails, right? And I know that a lot of high-level players have a hard time finding nails. So what I could do is I could post, let's say, a microwave, and microwaves are unlocked at level 43. I advertise the microwave only. This would ensure that the only people in my depot are people that are at least 43 or higher, because they're the only people that would have microwaves unlocked. This would ensure that I know that the only person that's able to buy that is at least this level or higher. Whereas something like metal, right, that anybody could be there if I advertise metal, because everybody has metal unlocked, right? So this is kind of where the depot's accessible is highly important to understand. When it comes in terms of algorithm for rares, a lot of you guys, how many of you guys bitch about sugar? How many of you guys have heard on Reddit or Facebook forums that, oh my god, you have sugar unlocked, it's going to fuck up the algorithm of your rares, and you should have remained level 10, and you would have found so many rares? How many of you guys have heard that? Okay. Now, how many of you guys were playing this game last week when Easter was still going on? For the last about 3 weeks, we've had the Easter shop, right? And there's been no sugar on the global market hardly at all, correct? How many more rares did you guys find? Not shit, huh? Yeah. Why is that? Because it's not... the way the global market works is it's not that is basically taking away from your seeing all of these rares. Okay, you have to go for depots accessible to you. If you are a level 10 player, then you only have a certain number of depots accessible to you. Those items are the only items that you can see in the game, right? like if somebody advertises, let's say hypothetically that you have 20 items that are unlocked with your city, okay? That means that if somebody advertises onto the global market any one of those items, you have the possibility of having it visible to you. Doesn't guarantee you will, but you have the possibility. So does this mean that all of a sudden your global market is going to flood with those items in particular? No. No, that's not how it works. What ends up happening is there's a ratio in which the game is going to allow you to see things based on supply and demand. So if, let's say that the game all of a sudden put out a side pass or let's just say the game put out an email today and said, sorry mayors, we fucked up your game and we're going to give you guys all 5 of each storage. How many of you, I know for a solid fact that if you opened up the global market on that day, you would see storage constantly. Why? Because people would be selling it, yes? Okay. It depends on what's going on in the game, and it depends on what people are selling. Does it mean that you're going to see all storage when you open up your global market? No, it doesn't. It goes based on supply and demand. So what ends up happening is you don't see, let's say, all storage. What ends up happening at level 10 is you just see less depots. So how many of you guys are level 10, you open up your global market, and you only see 3 squares for sale? Like you only see 3 items for sale. When you should see a whole bunch of them. But you don't, right? Because you don't have any depots accessible to you. The game's not going to just show you what you want just because you remained a low level. That's not how it works. Now, how many people at level 10, what is their main goal at level 10? The people that are camping. To do what? Upgrade storage, yes? Okay. So now you're in this pool of people that's doing the same thing as you. Right? They're all upgrading their storage. They're all camping. They're all on global hunting as much as they can. So what have you done now? You have narrowed your pool of possibility, and you've put yourself into a group of people that are all doing the same fucking thing as you are. Great job, genius. No, that's not how it works. Okay, so what you should do is actually go up a few levels to where you ask yourself, how is my algorithm being affected? How many items can I add and stack up against me, and what are those items, and how do they affect the global HQ? Right? So what is the highest level that you can be and still find a decent amount of storage but accomplish other aspects of the game? That is the question. That is what you want to have answered. How can you benefit your game to its maximum capacity and still achieve the ultimate goal of maxing out your storage? What is that level? There is one magic number to that, and it is not level 10. And it's not level 18 either. It's level 24. That is the magic number. That is the number that you want to be. Level 24, in my opinion, is the best level in the game. Why? Why is level 24 the best level? Why are we speed leveling this city to level 24? Does anybody know? I mean, I would hope you would know if you've seen my Missy's Building Guide. So, level 24, you are able to participate in the contest of mayors. Okay, so there's a benefit, which you're able to do at level 11 now. So how is level 24 more beneficial than, let's say, level 10 or 11? Well, you are able to utilize what? Gold tokens, which is going to do what for your game? It's going to get those production tasks done faster. It's going to make you more money. You're going to be able to complete epic projects, which means you'll be able to add another limited time assignment to your contest of mayors that doesn't require cash, which is awesome, that actually gives back to your city. You're going to be able to trade with group members because you'll be at least level 18 or higher. Okay, so why didn't we remain level 18? Well, because we don't have gold tokens, we don't have epics unlocked. Why didn't we remain level 20? Because we didn't have gold tokens or epics unlocked. Level 20, you unlock silver tokens, which silver tokens are, realistically, they're not good enough. How are you going to get silver tokens if you don't have silver epics? And why would you do silver epics when you're a lower level and your epics are super cheap right now? You wouldn't. You would want to do gold epics when they're at their cheapest point. So realistically, what is the algorithm for a level 24 player? Does level 24 player find less rares than a level 11 player? No, they don't. They find more rares, and I'll tell you why. Because they actually have more depots accessible. When they open up their global HQ, they have the whole entire wall of the global HQ to open up. Now, everybody says, but they have sugar unlocked. Okay, but how does that affect their game? Does it affect the algorithm for storage? Yeah, it does. But not so drastically to where they're not going to be able to find storage. Not even by a long shot. Because go back to the last 3 weeks when the Easter shop was here. How many of you guys found an obscene amount of rares because sugar wasn't there? No, you didn't. Because that's not how it works, right? It will go against you, you know, burgers and things like that. They'll go against you in terms of algorithm. But you have to ask yourself, how many of those items do you see on the global market being advertised, and how is it affecting your game? So, for instance, by having sugar in their depot, they're able to bounce between maybe 5 depots before the thing goes to refresh in 30 seconds. Now, that depends on your device. Some people are lucky to hit like 1 damn depot in the 30 seconds. But one of my tablets, I can hit like 5 or 6 before it refreshes. But, you know, what it really comes down to, you guys, is these opinion bubbles and the fact that you want to be able to trade with group members. That's another benefit to going up to level 24. The reason that I'm telling you guys all this right now and giving you guys such a lecture is because too many people have had it pumped into their head that this is the right way. That you need to be level 10 to be successful, and that storage is the only thing that matters, and that you are an idiot if you don't spend all of your cash on storage and you don't camp forever. And trust me on that, okay? I have a gang of people in my Facebook group, in my group on the game alone, people that have followed my guide for a few months, and they don't have 600 storage to show for at the end of 8 months. They have 700 storage to show for in the end of 3 or 4 months, along with all gold epics, maxed out beach, maxed out land, maxed out mountain, 3,500 platinum keys, 3,500 gold keys. They've won mega so many times. They've got 16,000 cash after buying 4 maxes. That is what my guide provides. It doesn't just provide 600 storage in 8 months. How the hell, why the hell would anybody want to spend 8 months at level 10? Why? Why the hell would you do that? You're not, you have nothing better to get. Oh my God, dude, the things you could have accomplished in that amount of time if you had spent your time more wisely. But that is one of the biggest mistakes that people make, is they camp too long. Okay? If you speed level to 24 and you build only regular residential homes, you will be fine. Okay? So when you're building all regular homes, why? Because you want to convert these homes to epic projects when you hit level 24. If you build Latin homes or any other type of homes, they add 0 benefit to your game other than appearance. Okay? So in terms of benefit, the regular homes offer 0, so they give back to your city, right? They provide you with the token. They offer a low service demand, which is really, really good for you guys. Who wants to spend a shit ton of money on services right away, right? And then you have the fact that this building is going to be giving back to you forever. Every 24 hours, that building is going to provide you with a token. Now, there's a lot of people out there that say, well, you know, I've got a lot of tokens already that I don't, you know, I can't collect them on top of my houses, so epics are a waste of money. Well, no, because if you think about it, why aren't you using those tokens? You know, why? Why aren't you sitting down with the production guide and saying, okay, I'm going to make TVs on a times 12 token. I'm going to make flowers on a times 12 token, and get those taken care of. Get it to the point where you're collecting your tokens every day, to the point where you're sitting on 8 million coins and you have a gang of tokens. Great. But if you have a city that just has a couple 100,000 coins, and you've got all these tokens you don't use, and you're just kind of throwing them all out there whenever you do an assignment at random and not really winning the contest, I mean, that is what I would call a casual player, not a strategic player. A strategic player is somebody who wants to play efficiently and a little bit more strictly than just, oh, I decided to open my game and put up some stuff today. Like, they're on top of their shit, you know? And those are the types of players that we're looking for in our group. We run our group based off efficiency. We want the experience for the players within the group to be beneficial to the player, right? So most groups are just people that kind of group together and play the game together. But our group is a whole different thing. Our group is set up to where you come here to be successful. You know, we do war twice a week for the purpose of the contest. We do what's most beneficial to the player. We have a community depot that has items set up for people for pennies so that they have that little added benefit, you know, a little relief from all of the expensive crap. We have players that will help other players get where they need to go, and then the other players do the same, you know. So it's more of like a scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of community that we have going on in our group. But the reason that we have that is because all of the players meet the criteria, right? So they all meet the criteria that their cities are not a waste of time. If their cities are a waste of time, and you or I or anybody else in the group were to assist them, then it's not only now their city's a waste of time, now you're wasting your time, right? By helping a person with a city that city is garbage, you're taking away from your city. And that just doesn't make sense. Okay, so right now, we're still just doing upgrades. We need 5 metal for that one. So let's see. We've got one thing that you guys are going to notice if you haven't already is that your storage is always going to be full. Okay, no matter what level you are, no matter how much storage you have, it will never be enough. Okay, ever. So right now, I don't think we've even unlocked. Have we? Hang on. Yeah, we unlocked this at level 10. So we need to go up one more level and then we can use up that dozer. But for now, we're going to go ahead and see. Okay, we need metal for that. Hold on. All right, we're going to have to sell something to collect something. So let's put up. Now that advertises it. So see how it says $1 here? If I click the $1, it's going to basically junk that item. Okay? It's not going to put it back in my inventory. It's going to throw it away. Now, when you click on that little global button there, what that does is it advertises it to the global HQ for 12 hours, and that allows anybody that sees that item can now buy anything that they have unlocked from your depot. So oftentimes people will post items for group members and they'll have, let's say, like sugar advertised, and they think, well, the sugar hasn't sold for a long time. I'm safe to go ahead and, you know, post up ladders for this person. because all I have is sugar on global. No, that's what's going to happen is those people on global, they're savages. And the moment that those ladders go up, those ladders are going to be purchased and gone. You know, just because you don't sell whatever items are advertised doesn't mean that there's not people in your depot every millisecond. Okay? That is something that people do all the time, and it drives me crazy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have the rules that we have. Okay, so again, we're just going to keep leveling up. Once we get to the point where we've unlocked land, we're going to unlock that piece of land right away. So if we unlock CoM at level 11, what we have to do is we need to work our way up the leaderboard, and we want to get promoted every single week, okay? Now, if you're somebody who purchased the pass, then you're going to want to do as many points as possible, but what you need to make sure of is that you are not spending any of your golden tickets until you get to Mega. Now, if you're in Metro and you have a really good chance at either being promoted into Mega, like if your placement is at risk of not being promoted into Mega, then, and you need to use a ticket or two or whatever to ensure that you get promoted into Mega, then yes, go ahead and use that golden ticket. Otherwise, just save them all for Mega. That's what's most important, okay? All right, now, let's see. We're about to get into once we get to like level 10 and 11, there's going to be a lot more stuff to do, you guys. This is kind of like the boring stuff, and honestly, this would have went a lot faster if I could have transferred items, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show you guys the hard way to do things. Actually, let's put that there. Okay. So we've unlocked the global HQ. See what I'm saying about only having 3 depots accessible? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So once you crunch those numbers against the fact that you have, you know, a certain amount of items unlocked, you're not really doing yourself a big favor there. Okay, these bundle packs here are a ripoff. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. You do not need any of this garbage. Don't buy it. Okay? So right now, I think we're only 1 bar away from upgrading. We need 3 wood there. Now, this is going to make our upgrades go so... See, okay, 16 nails. That is ridiculous. Do not do things like that. Go ahead and refresh that. This here is our furniture store. They want 8 grand for it. Now, right now, we're going to hold off just for the moment because we only have 14,000. And it's not super important that we make chairs right this very second. So we'll go ahead and get that done. Okay. We've got 50 cash. We're going to go ahead and purchase the other one of these. Oops. Okay. So we need 1 bar. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, wait. 25. We'll do that one. This is at a maximum upgrade. Now, for those of you who are wondering how to get skyscrapers, the ones that are super tall, what you need to do is when you do your final upgrade on the house, it needs to be in an area where the wealth forecast is high. So when you click on your house here, you see these little icons on the right side. You'll see land value high versus low. Right now, this is really low land value. If we were to add like schools and parks and landmarks and things like that, the land value would rise. If we were to do our upgrade within that zone, then the houses transform into better houses. Okay? That has no effect on epics though. That's just for, you know, your regular upgrade. Okay, so we have unlocked level 10. So we're going to go ahead and see what we got going on for this. They want 5 of each for that one, 3 of each for that one, 1 of each for this one. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. Now we can, you know, draw here if we want. That one wants 2 of each. Okay. Again, make sure you guys are using all of your cash for the shop slots. That's what's most important right now. Please be a bar. Finally. Okay. So we can upgrade our storage again. And then we need 2 more bars to upgrade. You'll notice that you'll always have like one, more of one than another. Substantially more. We're not going to watch that right now. Okay. So we're just going to keep selling the little bit that we need to. Let's see what we need. Hold on. Let's just go through our list real quick here. We need 1 wood, shovels and wood. So we're going to go ahead and we've got 20 something space. So we're going to jump on the global market here. We'll grab some wood and then we'll see if anybody has any shovels. They do have tape. If you see anything posted at a base price or lower, go ahead and purchase it and post it for max. That's a good way to make some extra coin. Always make sure that you do a quick scan because you do get those gift boxes. You should, I believe it's 25 gifts a day and then one of them is guaranteed to be a key. Which that does go towards that assignment if you manage to get lucky enough to find one when you're doing your assignment for the gold keys. Which surprisingly happens quite a bit to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back, do those couple upgrades. That one wants a seed. It's always nice when you can get some upgrades done super quick. That one wants wood. Okay, so let's go get that. Every time we do upgrades, it's giving us money, which is nice. Got plenty of tape. We need shovels. All right, let's go back. Okay. So we need to spend $5,000 on the global HQ. Until we can, okay, so we've got 56 sewage coverage, so we're good on sewage. We're good on the fire. Let's see what we unlock next. We unlock minerals and the Mayor's Pass category, which means we'll unlock the Contest of Mayors at level 11. Only got 8 space here. Now we've got less than that. 6 space. Awesome. It's always nice to find nails. And they're gone. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to happen to you constantly, especially with rares. The worst is when you don't have the space and you see like a whole depot of them. Okay, cool. Those are the shovels I was waiting for. So let's get that done. Chair, wood. Okay. Let's see what we got. Always max your stuff out. That's super important. What did that person write? Got some interesting little squiggles, huh? You know, I never did get that one. It looked like really weird to me, like fake. Alright, finally, we're level 11. Okay. Mayor's Pass category is now unlocked. So, we unlocked the Season Pass. We've unlocked the Contest of Mayors. This is the Global HQ building here. So this is where you're going to be doing your assignments and where the most of your headache with SimCity is going to be in this building right here. We're up to 30 grand between all of our upgrades here. Oh, come on. Seriously. So, this is your practice assignment. Okay, it gives you 7 days to do your little practice assignment, which is 3 nails. This here is the design challenge button on the bottom left corner of your screen. I don't know why the game is going so slow right now. It's driving me nuts. Come on. Okay, right now we're not going to be dealing with that. So, this here is your assignments, okay? So once you complete an assignment, your points go up here where it says your score. You have a specific number of assignments that are given to you based on what league you're in. As you can see, it says I have 29 assignments left. Right now, it's not allowing us to click on any of the other tabs, but I do have videos where I talk about what all of these tabs are and how to read all the numbers and all that good shit. But we'll go through that as we do this. Now, the top left corner here, there's a little green number, says number 1. That is your contest rank. Every time you do an assignment, you get these plumb bob points, which are little green diamond points. Those points add up in various places to do various things like prizes and rankings and such. This here, this particular area in which it adds up is your city rank. This has nothing to do with anybody but you, but your contest rank, it just kind of basically says, like, you know, how many assignments you've done, in a sense, you know, how many points you've added up over time. So right now it's only 2,500 points to be level 2. So you're going to get a golden token and 1 platinum key. Now the platinum keys are super important in terms of they're very valuable. Okay, they're very hard to obtain as a higher level player or as like a level, you know, 25 with regionals. And some of the really like important buildings in the, well, I wouldn't really say important, but better looking buildings in the game are going to cost pretty steep numbers of platinum keys, like certain waterfalls, beach deltas, things like that. So your platinum keys should be spent very, very wisely and should be saved up. Okay, gold keys are so much easier to obtain as you can just launch the VU tower and get them that way. But platinum keys are hard to get, so make sure you save those. The Wonka tickets, which is what people call them, the little golden ticket there, that item is used when you run out of your main assignments. You will be allowed to spend up to 15 tickets to ensure your placement and to add some extra points. If you've run out of tickets, then you're basically screwed and you can't secure your placement. You want to pretty much figure that everybody that you're going against in the contest is using all 15 tickets every time when you get to Mega, which means that they are doing 75 assignments in the 5-day period, which means that you need to be pretty much on top of your game. You know, you don't want to waste your tickets in the lower leagues just to add points. That's crazy. So try to do the best that you can in the lower leagues without using any of your major resources. And we'll talk about that as we go through, you know, the various levels and stuff. So we've collected 1 of our nails here. So it's going to say 1. This is not a purchase. Okay, what you need to do is it says produce and then collect, which means you can't just buy these items. So it's been produced, we collected it, and now we're waiting on the second one. And we need 3 of those before we can finish that assignment. Normally, they do not give you 7 days to complete a nails assignment. Normally, you would get a couple of hours. Now, one thing that you guys can do is you can make the items before you start the assignment. So let's say, hypothetically, that I had a nails task and I had a veggies task and I had a chairs task. I could make the veggies, the nails, and the chairs all at the same time and then start the assignment after those items are complete. Then collect them. And this allows you to multitask and work on various assignments so that you can get all of your assignments done in that short period of time. So you don't want to all of a sudden start making items once you start the assignment. You don't have to start the assignment to make the items, okay? So like, let's say you have a produce 50 wood task. You can make the first X amount in your factories, wait for them to be ready for pickup, then start the assignment and do it that way. And again, I have videos on the contest. I have so many videos on the contest of mayors and, you know, assignments and stuff like that, but we will get to that, you know, at a better time. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and get this particular walkthrough uploaded. This is part 3, and then we're going to pick up where we left off and do part 4. Now, part 4, we're going to be getting into the more exciting stuff. You know, the last couple parts have been super boring, just kind of getting us to the point where we unlock certain features of the game. And now we can actually start to get some stuff done. So when we return, that other nail will be done here, and we'll be able to collect those points.